Hello, it is your girl Shy, and welcome to Abuse Being Ambitiously Brave and Unapologetically Spiritually Elevating Deli. So this is take two. So if you see my eyes are a little puffy, I have been crying in the last video, but I'm trying to get myself together. So I just came from a student award ceremony for some of the students that I haven't been doing the workshops for, but when I came in the house, it was like a pull on me because I was, I was excited. I got a new plant in it. It has babies. So I sit on the side of my bed and I'm like, what's going on? So when I feel like something's going on, I ask, what do you want me to see, God? And it said, Miss Lorraine. Like Miss Lorraine. Said, yes, Miss Lorraine. So I dig in my drawer and I find Miss Lorraine. Miss Lorraine's birthday was yesterday. And Miss Lorraine wants me to speak clearly. In April of 1996, I came home from choir rehearsal and my mother asked me to go to the Chinese store with my brother. Now, I was only in the house for about 5 minutes. Came in the house, went to the bathroom, ordered the food. I went to leave back out before my brother. In that time, someone had pulled up and walked across the street and sat 3 or 4 houses down in the direction that I had to go. So I grab them, I go across the street and I see her across the street. I'm looking, she's throwing up and going through what she's going through. But she's praying. She's saying, oh God, I'm coming. So at the time, Rescue 911 was around. So I'm thinking, Rescue 911. Like, okay, we're going to call 911. My brother comes out the house. He bangs on the door. No one answers. He goes back into our house. He calls 911. In between that time, Miss Lorraine grabbed her pocketbook. Miss Lorraine grabbed her cane. And she looked at me and said, just tell my husband I love him. And she leaned over and died. So I'm shaking her. I'm like, please get up, please get up. My brother comes back out the house. I'm like, she's dead, she's dead. And 96, I'm in the 8th grade. I'm trying to, pick her up, and she's not getting up. So the ambulance gets there. They take her away. She goes to the hospital. She had passed away on the step, clearly. A couple weeks later, they have the funeral. At that time, I don't know if I cried so much or what happened, but I didn't have a voice. So I was not able to tell her husband that message. Probably about 20 years later, I got in touch with him and I was able to tell him that message. But the reason why I'm telling you this message is because she came to me. Her birthday was yesterday. She came to me and she said, I need to share. And since then, her and myself have had a connection. And I think it's time for me to share more because I actually got into a disagreement with someone and they tried to tell me. And the worst thing you can do to me is tell me. Because I can tell you about me. I've been through some stuff. So I can honestly, wholeheartedly tell you about me. No secrets, no shade. I can stand in my truth. And this is part of my truth. I didn't think I was okay. I didn't understand why that had happened to me. You couldn't? Was I 12, 13? And I'm by myself. And I see her just die. Like to see the life leave someone. And you're by yourself and you're alone. And you blame yourself and you don't understand. And you think I could have fixed it this way or you weren't fast enough or something. It was my fault. At the time, it was my fault. So Miss Lorraine is a part of abuse. Because I had to be ambitiously brave and unapologetically spiritually elevating daily after that. I did not have support. I went to therapy. By the third therapy session, my mom cursed the therapist out and I no longer had therapy. I had to internally go through that from what the little bit I learned from the therapist. Years later, I got therapy for it, but we're going through what I went through back then. So I'm saying this because something happened a couple weeks ago when they said they knew me. You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know that unwanted child from mama that came out with the IUD in her hand and then had to get told that she wasn't wanted anyway. You don't know that little girl who witnessed somebody die. You don't know that little girl who went through that stuff in the house with her mom. You don't know that little girl that was sex trafficked in high school. You don't know that girl who was punched on and hit in the face with a gun. You don't know that girl who was financially abused. You don't know me. So before you say you know someone, no, you do not know them. I'm going to say it again. Before you say you know someone, no, you do not know them. No matter what they told you, no matter how they told you. That bad on them shoes, you never know. And I thank Miss Lorraine because she is a part of abuse. And I thank everything that happened to me because I wouldn't be standing here today. And I kind of got influenced a little bit today with the students because they're graduating next week and they're so excited and they're on to their future, and hopefully some of the seeds I've sown in them help, because I wish I had that help. And this is why I started Abuse, to help. Stand in your truth. Listen to no one. When you know you, listen to no one. I'm abused. I'm abused. This was hard. I mean, mama was hard, but that's a little different. We'll get into that. But this was hard. So I want you to be abused. I want you to be ambitiously brave and unapologetically spiritually elevating daily. I really want to say F them. That's, but we're going to spiritually elevate. Everybody's not meant to go with you. If they don't understand the scars, they're not meant to go with you. Because they don't know you. This? So, you guys will be hearing more from me and living in the truth of my honesty. Sex trafficking part is a little rough for me. I want to say it is rough for me because I didn't know I was sex trafficked until years later. And I think my dad, that's my rock. So, I want you guys to be abused. I want you to be ambitiously brave and unapologetically spiritually elevating daily. Don't let anyone tell you about you if you know about yourself. Be brave. Stand tall. Take those chances. Walk in those rooms. It gets better. And it gets better when you let some stuff go. So again, this is your girl Shy. And I want to come in with Miss Lorraine, my girl. I didn't know her. I did not. Didn't know this lady before that day. But just like I told her husband today, I knew she was sweet. I knew she was a God-fearing woman because she prayed her way through death. What? To see. To tell God I'm coming. And to tell God I love you. To praise him in that moment was, I'm 12, 13. What is going on? Praising while dying? And I'm standing there like, ma'am, it's going to be okay. So, this was meant for me to get that message and for me to share with you, because we are going to share more and we are going to show up for ourselves and for nobody else, because nobody else matters in this situation. So y'all have a great day.